Good afternoon and welcome to the 62nd Annual Commencement Exercises at Wantagh High School. Please rise and join GO co-presidents Francesca Seelaw and Grace Sullivan in our salute to the flag, followed by our national anthem, led by student conductors Dylan Hupert, Elizabeth Goldrick, and Brittany Minutoli.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our next speaker, Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Maureen Goldberg, began her career as a special education teacher in what was then called Wantagh Junior High School in 1977. From there, she led our Pupil Personnel Services Department as its director before becoming principal of Forest Lake Elementary School in 1995. And in 2012, we were fortunate to have her assume the position of Superintendent of Schools. On every level, and in all of her different roles, the constant has been Mrs. Goldberg's competent leadership and empathy for students and families, whether it was a decision about home instruction, classroom appropriations, or one of her famous weather-related updates. Mrs. Goldberg's decisions, words, and actions always reflected her concern for students. She cared about how decisions and events such as Hurricane Sandy would affect the lives of students, families, and staff members. I am not alone in witnessing many instances when Mrs. Goldberg expressed sympathy or elation for a student. It was genuine. Her decisions, words, and actions were the culmination of years of experience, but also were made with an educator's heart. Mrs. Goldberg has provided outstanding instruction and leadership to our schools for the past 40 years. She concludes her career at Wantagh Schools this year. It is my distinct privilege to introduce to you, for the very last time, the Superintendent of Wantagh Public Schools, Mrs. Maureen Goldberg.
Well, that certainly was unexpected, and thank you. Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure and my privilege to be afforded the opportunity to address our graduates this evening. Tonight, I join our Board of Education, families, staff, and guests in acknowledging that this ceremony marks one of the most momentous occasions of your lives. It is a day that will never be repeated. It is a true milestone in your life. There have been and will continue to be many such events that mark special milestones for you. Irma Bombeck compares the growing up process to the twisting ball of twine. held by your parents that unwinds with each of these momentous milestones and lets you move a little farther away with each and every twist. There was a twist when you took your first step. There was a twist when you spoke your first word. There was a twist in September 2004 when you entered kindergarten. And another twist when you moved up from elementary school, and another when you crossed over from middle school to high school. A twist when you got your driver's license. And today, as you graduate from Wantagh High School, there is the greatest twist, an unraveling and a snapping of that line as you are released into the wider world. As you go out into the world, your parents and I would like to clear every path for you, pick up the stones over which you may stumble, light all the dark places that may be before you. But we know that we cannot, for there are journeys that you must undertake on your own. We'd like to think that we've given you the common sense, the inner courage, and the humor to maneuver your way through life. As you continue to grow, we will tell you to be cautious. We'll encourage you to doubt, to question, and to challenge. But we'll also tell you to trust yourself, believe in yourself and in your dreams. In doing so, you'll discover those wings that will allow you to soar into your futures. I couldn't let you loose on the world without leaving you with a bit of last-minute advice, some more ABCs on this, your final day in Wantagh. A, cherish your family and remember they are your life's treasure. Your parents have stood by you on every step of your journey here today. They have loved you, supported you, picked you up, both literally and figuratively when you fell down, and have loved you unconditionally as only parents do. They do what they do out of love and from their hearts. Today they see you as an individual standing there in your own right. No doubt they are shedding some tears. Make sure you hug them and thank them, as this is a bittersweet moment for all of them. B, cherish the friendships that you have made in Wantagh. Today is particularly poignant because your friends surround you as a group for the last time. It is with our friends that we share our successes and our failures. Indeed, it is the failures and hardships that often bring us closer together. In the course of your life, you will meet many new people and make many new friends. You may find them exciting, and they may offer you new experiences. But my advice is to hold on to your Wantagh friends, to stay in touch regardless of where life takes you. Keep in touch with us, too. It has been my pleasure getting to know so very many of you these past years, and I hope that wherever life takes you, you'll remember your time here and be proud to say, I'm a graduate of Wantagh High School. And C, remember how blessed your lives have been and give back some each and every day. I have watched with pride as you participated in many events and programs whose purpose was to help those less fortunate than you. Continue these good works throughout your lives. In his book, Stumbling on Happiness, Daniel Gilbert writes of researching what makes people happy. Many might predict it was the amount in a bank account or a happy home life. But one of the key components of one's happiness is self-worth. One of the paths to this self-worth is to address and meet the responsibility that we have to our fellow citizens, to use our skills and talents to help others less blessed than we. A good life will be a rich one, rich in experiences that find you doing something every day to leave the world a better place. Graduation day is a day for stars in your eyes and dreams in your hearts. I hope that your years in Wantagh have filled your hearts with memories that will last a lifetime, and I thank you for all the memories that you have left for us. I too will be leaving Wantagh this year with a heart filled with so many wonderful memories, and I can think of no better place to have spent my entire career than here. Whatever path your lives take, I can only hope that you will find as much happiness as I did in my very blessed career here in Wantagh. Now go out and make our world a better place, create new memories, and remember, when people ask you where you're from, you will always be from Wantagh. You will always be in our hearts, and we will always welcome you home. Congratulations, and God bless you all.
As Mrs. Goldberg is our first graduate of the day. She too gets a diploma and a medal. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is the president of the Wantagh Board of
Cecilia Mary Casella. Jessica Dolberg. Logan Hartman. Ross Joseph Hartman. Samantha Jean Walker.
I am pleased to present to you the class of 2017 of Wantagh High School.
Thank you, Mrs. Goldberg. As the President of the Board of Education, and by the powers vested in me by the State of New York, I accept your presentation and hereby recognize the class of 2017 of Wantagh High School.